Hello, how are you doing? I had to restart. For some reason, I just had a blank screen. I could not see anything. Hello, Nita. Let's see, who's here? I've got Nita and Miss Cornbread. Let me try to get my stream up and running where I can see what's going on. I just love it when I have technology issues. Right now I'm having a little bit of a technology issue. Good Lord. I just love it when I have technology issues. I just love it when I have... All right, let me go back to the beginning. Got 6 in the house. Miss Cornbread came in. Nita's cooking show. Anton Miles, thank you, Anton Miles. Idaho Garden Girl. Crossover Paranormal Society, thank you for being here. It's 5. Kim Maple Syrup. Thank you for being here, Kim. Ungrateful Peasant. Thank you for being here, Ungrateful Peasant. Wayne. Living My Best Life. Welcome. I'm writing down channels as I go. And Guru. And Dagnabbit. I'm always hitting the wrong button. Golly geez. Guru and Wahoo. Kino Bum Bum. Thank you for being here, Kino. I'm giving you a standard moderator. You're now a standard moderator. And KP Heathen, thank you for coming. And Wondrous Natures, thank you for being here, Wondrous Natures. $14 in the house. I have 12 names. Doors, thank you for being here. $12 likes. If you do not leave me a like, please leave me a like. Helps the channel. You know, I had somebody tell me, work on your scripts, stick to your script, what you want to talk about, and don't worry about who's up. But I like to thank the people who come into my live stream by posting them the following day or posting them before I do my next live stream. I always do a posting. Today, I think I posted 50 channels. And then I posted another 10 of channels that come in here a lot of times to support me. Dick on Mixed channel, thanks for being here. So, the topic, if I can get around to a topic, the topic of today, my subject matter, is are you prepared for SHTF? Bungut Vogs, thank you for being here. Now, some of the channels that come in here, and I've had people criticize who I allow in on my live streams or who I give wrenches to. And Abdi Bunda, thank you for being here. And Rambo Putri, thank you for being here. 16 in the house. I've had people say I should not be giving out wrenches to all these channels. And my thing about giving out a wrench to somebody is that they don't mistreat it, and that whenever they do come back and visit me again or visit my channel again, that they always say hello, that they don't become a stalker, you know, or a lurker, where they come in and then they use hello Dale, thank you for being here, and then they use the access that I gave them to basically go and connect with channels on my channel, but that I get no view time for it, I get no view hours for it. And that's my issue with giving out wrenches to people. So the time will be coming. Well, don't tell them that. You know, I get all sorts of advice, and I'm just saying you up front. 17 likes, 16 in the house, 18 likes, thank you. The time will be coming where I will be pulling wrenches from those channels that I have given in the past who do not come back and visit me at least once a week. Because my assumption is they are visiting me, I just don't know that they are, and they're here to try to meet up with new channels, and they don't care that I'm not getting anything from it. Whenever I go and I visit another channel, first thing I do is I leave a like, I say hello, and then I leave a like. I usually tell them what like I'm leaving them, whether it's the first like at the beginning of their live stream or it's the 100th like at the end of a live stream for somebody that's got a lot of views. I always tell them, I use my manners, and I always say hello, and I always thank them. And then they oftentimes will say, we'll post, they'll say, drop your link. And then I encourage people, drop your link. But usually on my channel, everybody's linked. So you really don't have to drop a link. Hello, Scully's House of Thrillers. $17 in the house, 18 likes. Scully, I'm going to give you a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator. So I'm just going to say this one more time, and then I'm going to drop it and try to get into my subject. When you know, we're talking YouTube courtesy or just courtesy. When you go to somebody's house, you don't just stand outside their door and look around. You normally knock or you ring their doorbell. When they respond and open the door, or they ask who it is, you tell them politely who you are. You greet them. When you go onto somebody's channel, Miss Chabs, thank you for being here. When you go onto somebody's channel, have the courtesy to greet them. Ah, Lord. I'm getting to where I can't even write. Miss Chabs, thank you for being here. I'm going to give you standard moderator. You're now a standard moderator. Always loyal, thank you for being here. Loyalty is important. Let me give you a standard moderator, always loyal. 20 likes, 16 in the house. So the topic for today, which here we are 11 minutes into it, I had to start, well, for one thing, I had to start over. For whatever reason, I had a black screen. I know there were probably a couple of people who come up because I could see their names, but I could not see me, and I don't know if they could hear what I was saying or anything. So I shut it off and then I rebooted. So I've got to go back afterwards and I got to figure out what happened. But what I will basically say, 20 in the house, 20 likes, thank you. Connect to each other. Reach out. Be responsible when somebody reaches out to you. Connect back. When you connect to somebody, tell them that you're a new friend or a new subscriber. Leave them at least 2 comment on at least 2 videos. Leave them a like. Leave them comments on at least 2 videos. Cat Pet and Family Compound. Gil, you're here. I don't know why I'm having trouble tonight, but I'm having a little trouble. I'm having trouble keeping up with who's here. Becoming dangerous. And Elena Dietrich, hello. How are you doing, Elena? Let me give you a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator, Elena. Elena Dietrich, you're now standard moderator. American Trucker's Wife. You are one I am not subscribed to, so I am subscribing to you right now. When I get a chance, I will come over and visit your channel. You have 2.68K subscribers and 531 videos. Let me write that down. And your number is 2764. I've also had some trouble when I try to go and link a channel. Dag nabbit. You are now a standard moderator, American Trucker's Wife. Danilo. B-Y-A, B by Hero. H-E-R-O. Let me go to your channel. You've got a pretty good sized channel. And I am already subscribed to you, but let me give you a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator. Ermin. O, thank you for being here. In Mixed Vlogs channel. Thank you for being here. Appreciate both of y'all coming in. Uncle Al, thank you for being here. I understand you're having some bad weather out there, Uncle Al. Gray Man Prepping. Gil, you're hearing both channels? Get a double shot of Gil tonight. I posted about 60 channels on my community wall today. And I put some pictures with them. Right now I'm at 1,390 subscribers. It'd be a pleasant surprise if I wake up in the morning with 1,400. Hint, hint, hint. If I think everybody in here subscribed to me. Jorex. I always have to go and look you up, because when I go and I put in Jorax, I can't find you. So I always have to go and look you up in my subscriber list. Bus Stop, thank you for being here, Bus Stop. And congratulations, you're over 700 subscribers now. You have really been growing, especially since I have been live streaming. As my channel has been growing, your channel has been growing, and hopefully everybody else as well. A lot of good channels in here to connect with. I understand that we need to get 10 subscribers to Guru Dave. He has 1,190 subscribers. He needs 10 more subscribers. If you are new to my channel, or if you are new to Guru Dave, Guru and Wahoo the Turtle, if you're still here, Guru, put your link your channel, or put your channel just up there, please. Also, I need to link Justin Green. Justin Green is a very good channel. He is a bivocational pastor, which means he has a job during the week, but he's also a pastor. And he does wonderful Bible studies, but he's also a prepper. And he does ration reviews. He hasn't done one recently, but I did a collaborative with him here a while back. My last ration review has about 400 views, I think. I did a ration review about a month ago, and it had about 400 views. $18 in the house, 26 likes. So again, the topic for tonight is, are you prepping and prepping for SHTF? Being prepared. One of the things that I do, I keep a black book, and it's not for girlfriends' names. It's for various things that I have, things that I collect. I number my totes. I have totes that I have preps in them. I number them, I organize, I put dates on stuff, I list contents. Now I know there are some people who are in the 21st century that like to put everything on their computer. I do a limited number, a limit to that, but I'm old school. I write. I keep a financial journal. I keep a prepping journal. I keep a Bible journal, writing notes for, scripture studies and such. What I oftentimes will tell people, they leave me a comment and I go look on it in my analytics. I can't hit on analytics and go to their channel, and sometimes I don't go to their channel, but what I will tell them when I leave a comment or response, if you'll come to my live stream, and if you will come onto my live stream, I will subscribe your channel. That's something I tell people. And I'm not aggressively trying to grow my channel. I am trying to consistently thank the people who come in to my live streams. So normally after I do a live stream, that following day or before I do my next live stream, I will link them on my community wall, and then normally when I link them on my community wall, I will also indicate when my next live stream is. So when they get that ping, if they haven't hit the bell icon, when they get the ping that I've notified them and they see that I've linked them, the first thing they're going to see is probably a picture that I put up, and then you'll see a little blurb about I'll be going live at such and such a time, you know, so they get that. And most of those people will come into my live stream at some point during my live stream. 27 likes, 16 in the house right now. If you are not connected with all of the channels that are in here, I encourage you to connect. I also encourage you to look at my community wall. I mean, go several days back. You can find channels that you may not be connected to. And you can go and you connect to them by basically going and looking at my community wall post. Most days, I will make 4, 5, 6 community wall posts. And when I make my community wall post, I will normally shout out at least 10 you know, I'll shout out 10 on a post. I'll shout out 10 channels. So it's like making a shopping list. Make a prepping list. When you go shopping and you have the money to do it, you have a little extra money, buy extra. When you see stuff that you know you use on sale, you will be live at 11 a.m.ish tomorrow. I'll have to catch it on a replay because I'll be at work tomorrow. I started working Friday. I started working this last week, and I will not be there, but I will catch it on a replay. There are channels that I try to watch everything that they do. 10 in the house, 27 likes. Here's one that came in that I didn't catch. Aries 106. Why hoard? It's not hoarding. It's not hoarding, Aries 106. It's having extras so that if the store's not open, you have something to eat. You can wipe your butt. You know, you got toilet paper. Why wait till the last roll? You use on the last roll before you go and buy more. I mean, I would not do that. Aries, I usually subscribe every channel that comes in here, so I am subscribing you. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share you out, linking you on my channel. You are not a content creator, but I am going to paste and put you up. Did somebody else just come in that I didn't see? Penny Cash, thank you for being here, Penny Cash. Hurricane Hillary, I'm in it right now. Uncle Al is experiencing some bad weather. Alan Sato, he's out there, I guess, near where you're at. He's experiencing some bad weather too. The Lord bless you, and I hope things go well. It's the first time in a long time I think they've had a hurricane, you know, over in that part of the world. They normally call them, what do they call them? They don't call them cyclones, do they? Drinking bottled water. If you don't have plenty of bottled water on hand, I encourage you to go get a few cases. They're inexpensive, about $3.50 a case. Stock a few months worth of it. Being responsible to not be a burden on others or the government. That's true. That's a good explanation too. Bad not body, not so fit. Thank you for coming in, Bad Body. If you have not given me a like, please give me a like. I encourage everybody, if you are not connected with the channels that are in here right now, these are all excellent channels. I encourage you to drop your link, and also I encourage you to connect with each other. Wide Family Farm, thank you for being here. I have been visiting channels today, and I have been leaving comments, and I see that I'm being visited by a number of the people who I've left comments on. I oftentimes will invite them when I leave a comment. If I've got a live stream coming up, I'll let them know that I have a live stream coming up and invite them to my live stream if there's somebody who has not normally attended my live streams. 29 likes, 15 in the house. So when you make your shopping list and you purchase things that you know you use regularly that have, you know, good shelf life, buy extra. Have extra. Don't wait till you're just about out. Okay, let's say this. You buy just enough for the week. You have what you use, and you have enough for the week. Something happens, the grid goes down, stores close. What are you going to do next week? The week after? How long can you go without eating before you starve to death? I'm sure you can go maybe 2 or 3 weeks, a month, maybe. How long can you go without drinking, sanitary water? You need that in a hurry. So don't ask, why hoard? And I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. Sister Winnie, thank you for coming. Appreciate you being here. Dill, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Chubbs. 19 in the house, 31 likes. 27 minutes in. So back to being prepared and prepping. The first thing that I tell people that you need to, and that I consider for myself, if you take medication, do you have a good supply of your medication? Do you have spare medication? If you take medication to keep yourself alive, do you have enough of it? How much do you have? Do you get it 1 month at a time? Do you get it 3 months at a time? Do you acquire a year's worth of it? How much medication, maintenance medication, that you have to keep yourself alive? How much do you have? Now, insurance will normally pay for a 3-month supply. Normally, when you get a refill, if it's maintenance medication, they will normally pay for you to get 3 months worth. I would not wait till I'm on that last week before I try to get a refill. And I would also try to keep track. I need to reload. Sunday was my last, and I needed to reload, but I got plenty of it. And 19 in the house. Yes, the purge is real. I was talking about the purge earlier. I don't know why it happens. I don't know exactly how it happens that it does happen. But I will oftentimes go to bed and I have a few more subscribers when I go to bed than I had the night before. I think I woke up this morning with 1,385 subscribers. Last time I looked, I had 1,390 subscribers. I had a few people reach out to me and just, and subscribe me. I've subscribed a couple of channels today. And hopefully in the morning, I will be close to that 1,390 subscribers. It would be nice if I'd be at 1,400 in the morning. As you need 10 subscribers to get to 1,200, I need 10 subscribers right now to get to 1,400. Oh, and also Pastor Green. Guru, could you link Pastor Green's channel, Justin Green? Justin Green is at 990 subscribers when I checked with him earlier today when I watched his Bible study that he does Sunday mornings. and he's at 990 subscribers. And if you would, please put a link to his channel up. If you can do that for me, friend. Yes, always get a little extra. Always get a little, build it up. Always get a little extra. Yes, and if you can, watch the replay. If you came in late to my live, I'll be here probably for another 30 minutes. I usually try to do about an hour. Every once in a while, I do a little bit more. I channeled my friend Guru Dave. He asked me if I could take his place one morning. I've only done one morning live stream, and that was probably close to a month ago. And he asked me, could I go in and do a live stream, because he normally does one, and he wants the people that usually come in to have some place to go, and he would tell them that I would be there in his stead. And I did, and then I channeled him, and I did 2 hours. I did a 2-hour live stream. I think that's the only time I've done a 2-hour live stream. You know, but ATW, thank you for being here. When the live stream is over, if you would wait a few minutes and then come back and leave me a like and a supportive comment, I'd appreciate it. I will make sure that I pay you back. Tropical storm, earthquake, and lightning. I understand that that Hillary, that's a good name, Hillary, Wild Wind, Hillary has been downgraded to a tropical storm. It was a Category 4 hurricane, then it was a Category 3 hurricane, it was a Category 2 hurricane, a Category 1, and now it's a tropical storm. But it's still putting out a lot of wind, and it's putting out a lot of water, putting out an awful lot of water in Southern California. The other thing, everybody says, it's global warming, it's climate change. Global warming is a myth. It was hotter during medieval times than it is today. That's the truth. Climate change is true. The climate is constantly changing. Ever since there's been an Earth, the climate has been changing. It changes, it cycles. The sun cycles. The sun has an 11-year cycle. It varies in its intensity. It varies in its sunspots. It varies in the amount of plasma that it releases and sends out into space. The weather varies. As we orbit, we have the 4 seasons. We have a very intense summer. We have a fall. We have a cold winter. And then we have a spring. It varies as we circle the sun every 365 and 1/4 days. Earthquake. That's horrible. There are more earthquakes. The Pacific Basin is called the Ring of Fire, where there are a number of volcanoes and underwater volcanoes and above water volcanoes. There are certain places on the earth that have more volcanoes. They're usually along fault lines and such, where the crust is constantly bumping into each other as over and under type thing. That tends to be how you get mountains being built. Margie TV, Margie, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Another good channel. If you are not connected to Margie, I encourage you to connect to Margie. She has a wonderful channel, and she is a good friend. She will be nice to you if you are nice to her. Thank you for being here, Margie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. Well, we're talking about a lot of stuff. There's a tropical storm out that's coming into California. Some of the channels are in here right now. Thank you for the thumbs up. Some of the channels that are in here right now, a couple of them are in that area, and they're experiencing some of that weather. So we need to pray for them to everything will be okay. San Andreas. Man, if there's an earthquake in the San Andreas, God help everybody, because there's a couple of pretty good-sized cities that are going to seriously get hit. Mike, Samwaru, let me look at your channel, Mike. Thank you for being here. I'm going to your channel right now, Mike. Oh, pretty little girl. Mike, I am not subscribed, but I have just subscribed to your channel. You have 11 subscribers and 23 videos, mainly shorts, I think. Let me link your channel. Well, it would help if I'd actually get back to what I was doing. Good Lord. I'm always hitting the wrong button. I'm very good at hitting the wrong button. Oh boy. Go to my channel. My second device, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Be patient with me. Right now I'm experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. Alright, let me come back down here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, Mike, let me go to you here. And then let me link your channel. This is a very young channel I just linked. I just linked Mike's channel. And vamos que vamos. Who have we here? Dia con Chiquijo. I think that's how you'd say it. This is a new channel to me. Welcome. Buenos noches. ¿Cómo está? I am subscribing to your channel. Connect. You are now a standard moderator. Manjari Foods, you are now a standard moderator as well. We are connected. I do have a subscription to your channel. Manjari Food and Fashion. 36 likes, 14 in the house. Ella Caneda, I always support you. I was over watching, I think I watched one of your videos today. Left you a like and a comment. I'll try to put you on a watch list. Ode Fart Gaming, thank you for being here. And Yankee Kyle, thank you for being here. Gentlemen, if you'd both leave me a like, I'd appreciate it. Everybody connect. I always support those who support me. I always try to be kind to others, treat people the way I want to be treated. The golden rule, do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. I also follow the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. Somebody had said, why do you hoard? It's not hoarding, it's being prepared. It's having enough to take care of you and your family, maybe take care of some of your relatives, help them out. It's not hoarding. It's being prepared for emergencies. Why would you want to have a first aid kit? Well, why do you need a first aid kit? Well, what if somebody has a boo-boo and they cut themselves? What if something happens? Well, why do you need medication? Well, I mean, medication's for, what if you get sick? I mean, sometimes questions that are asked are like, why? To be ready. Yes, Guru has moved to southern Georgia. He's now in my family's neck of the woods. And he's changed locations. He's moving further south. He likes the heat, so he's moving further south. Excuse me for that sneeze. Homeless outreach specialists always give out first aid kits. That's good. That's good. Everybody should have a first aid kit. You can get a real good first aid kit for about $11 or $12 for basics. You can get a good boo-boo kit, and then you add stuff to it. Hello, Uncle Al. Oh, David Hunt's in here? Hello, David Hunt. Thank you for being here. If you have not left me a like, leave me a like, please. It helps to grow the channel. It helps the algorithm. I had over 100 channels that were in my live stream according to the analytics. I posted a picture of it, and I had a little bit less than thank you, I had a little bit less than 50 that identified themselves. So I had half the people who were in my channel trying to connect with channels secretly, covertly. I did not get any playtime for them. I did not get any watch time. They were basically lurking. What are you going to do to get ready for SHTF? Are you ready for SHTF? Something happens, what are you going to do? How are you stocked up on water? How are you stocked up on food? How are you stocked up on medication? How are you going to heat water, heat food? What are you going to do? Are you going to eat everything cold? You want cold coffee? You're going to make a cold tea with a cold tea bag? You want cold soup? How are you going to heat things? You need to have a plan for that. Be prepared. Always be prepared. Plan. Learn from others. When something happens to somebody else, learn from them. Dia Com CHIQUINHO. Always look after your elders. 10 in the house, 39 likes. Always look after your elders. That's true. My father passed away when I was 14 years of age. I'm going to tell you a little story. 14 years of age, my father died of a brain tumor. He used tobacco for about 50 years. They didn't know at that time, this was like the mid-70s, they did not know that, they were just learning that tobacco was really dangerous for your health. He died of a brain tumor. And I've never been a smoker. I've never chewed tobacco or snuff or any of that sort of stuff. I have never in my life used marijuana. I've never done drugs. And my mother never remarried. My mother and my father were married for 35 years before my father passed on. And my mother never remarried, and I'm an only child. So to pay her back, I took care of her. And I did not put her into a Patman Andovogs. Thank you for being here. Let me look at your channel. I never, she was 80 years old when I put her in a retirement home. She lived with me she was 40 years old when I was born. She lived with me the first 40 years of my life. I took care of her. Patman Andovogs. I was not subscribed, but I am subscribed now. Connect. You have 1.42k subscribers, 136 videos. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. I linked your channel, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a standard moderator. Standard moderator can be given, and standard moderator can be taken away. Hunter Dalton, another channel. Let me see. Hunter Dalton, you do not have any subscribers. Actually, you do. I just subscribed to you. Those of you who are in here tonight, I will be linking you on my community wall tomorrow. If at all possible, I will be linking you on community wall tomorrow. I work tomorrow, but I will be live at 7 p.m. If I can get my links in, I will get my links in. I am putting you up. I just put a link, Hunter Dalton. I put a link to your channel. And the Bud Files is here. Thank you for being here. There are 50 in the house, and I have 40 likes. I've heard it said it's a good idea to have tobacco for the purpose of bartering. Well, perhaps. When you start talking about barter items, anything that somebody would want, so having enough of it that you can afford to share it out and trade for something that you don't have. During the Civil War, bus stop, I'm just going to give this example. He doesn't like talking about wars, but during the Civil War, the Confederates had very good tobacco. They had tobacco. In the North, they had coffee because of all the problems. So oftentimes, there'd be a truce, and you would have forces, you would have them going and meeting each other, and then the Southerner would have a cigarette or would have a pipe, and he'd let the Northerner smoke, and then the Northerner would let him have a few sips of his coffee. You know, they were trading. $13 in the house, 40 likes. So yeah, it's a good idea to have things that perhaps maybe it'd be a good idea to have some rolling papers. Maybe people will be wanting to roll, down the road the same way they roll marijuana. They'll be rolling tobacco. So you might want to have some rolling paper that you can trade. Whatever you can get cheap. You go to yard sales, you go to garage sales. You can go and you can look for stuff. You can find stuff inexpensively. Some people will do videos on their hauls that they find, and you can oftentimes locate things. That's just like going to the store and finding stuff on clearance at the end of the season. I have purchased a lot of fire starter stuff, at the end of winter from Walmart. They'll want to get rid of stuff that they stock, and you can get it very cheap, like when it's normally fairly expensive, and then they have it marked down like 1/10 the price. They're just trying to get rid of the stuff. Fishing King, thank you for coming in. Let me go and look at your channel, Fishing King. Oh man, I just went to look to the wrong channel. Fishing King. Fishing King, 124 subscribers. You're on the road to 150. Well, I just subscribed to you, Fishing King. So you just picked up a subscriber. Hopefully you do the same thing for me. Let me link your channel. And I will be linking all the channels that are here tonight on my community wall. So you will be sure to get a post on my community wall. Let me go ahead and drop that link. And let me give you a standard moderator to my channel. You are now a standard moderator, and I support those who support me. And welcome. Talk. You can't hear me? I'm talking. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? 53 minutes in, 10 in the house, 41. You barter for stuff with cigarettes. You're on the road to 800 subs. Well, congratulations on that. Hopefully you'll get there soon. One of the success stories on my channel here is Bus Stop. In the last month, he's picked up a couple of hundred subscribers, I believe. How many subscribers have you picked up in the last month since I started live streaming? Michaela, thank you for being here, Michaela. Michaela Mystic is here. Another good channel. Thank you for being here, Michaela. And when you come in, if you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. But I checked my metric. I've picked up 114 channels so far in the last 28 days. Thank you. Somebody put down talk, and I said, "Whoa, you don't hear me?" So last time I checked, hopefully it's more than that now. I picked up 114 channels, and then somebody says that the purge is real. Well, the purge is real because I've lost channels. I mean, there are occasions when I get disconnected from channels that I've been following for years and years that follow me. We look at each other's videos, we leave likes, we leave comments on each other's channels, and for whatever reason, the algorithm or some, mischief little sprite or whatever decides to unsubscribe us. And so if you've got a channel that you follow that regularly posts, and they stop posting for some reason, may not be that they stop posting. You need to go check to make sure you're still subscribed. And that's another reason to keep a log and to write down. Like right now, I'm writing down the channels that are here tonight. These are all the channels that came in tonight so far. And then I will look at, and I'll transfer it over to my journal, and then I will look at contacting them And I'll also look at trying to post them on my community wall. Seven in the house, 41 likes. So, looking at my metrics right now and how things are going, my analytics, I'm over 500 hours for the last 28 days. I mean, if you check it in the morning, if I check it in the morning, it'll be over 500 hours. So right now, I'm getting over my rate that I'm doing, and that's basically live streaming 5 nights a week. I do live streams 5 nights a week, usually for an hour or a little over an hour. And with the amount of support that I'm getting, I'm doing about 500 hours right now. There are people who come into a channel and they'll identify themselves and they'll be nice, and you'll give them standard moderator, and then they stop showing up. Well, it's not that they stop showing up, it's that they come in but they're lurking. They don't identify themselves, so you don't get any watch time for them. But they come in so that they can link with channels, and they can basically, because they've got standard moderator, they'll link with channels. They'll come into your channel, and they'll basically try to connect with people, but you get no credit for it. They're not really here for what you do. They're not here for your opinions. They're not here for your talk. All they're trying to do is they're trying to grow their channel, and they're trying to link with other channels. And I was, I talk to people. If you'd like to talk to me sometimes, I leave my email address, which is David, David, O as in Odom, Lynn, Lynn, at gmail.com. I leave that in all of my description of all of my videos. 12 in the house. Ellen, thank you for being here. Ellen PH just came in. Thank you for coming in. Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Thank you for being here, Susanna. Susanna is another young lady who has a wonderful channel, and she's got a very, very pretty little girl. I encourage you, if you are not connected with Susanna Morrison, connect with her. She will connect back with you. When you go and you visit her live stream, she'll give you a standard moderator, which is good manners. GGG Farms, thank you for coming in. As you come in, please leave me a like, and please leave me a nice comment when you come in. Identify yourself. Give me a hi or give me a thumbs up. Give me something so I can get credit for your watch time. Don't just be a lurker. After you have done that like or that thumbs up or made the comment, if you don't want to participate in the chat, that's just fine. Wayne, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I'll be over to visit your channel again soon. Thank you, Ellen. Appreciate you. We're about an hour in right now. Jimmy Sarasosa, thank you for being here, Jimmy. As I was saying, I will be linking channels on my community wall. As a reminder, I usually put up a nice picture. I'll put up some information on it. I'll let you know when my next live stream is, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another live stream. And thank you, Wayne. What was the topic tonight? I didn't mention it very much, but the topic was preparing or prepping for SHTF. That's the topic. Preparing or prepping for SHTF. Just put it up there. Prepping for SHTF. That's a topic. 13 in the house, 43 likes. So, how are you preparing for emergencies? What are you doing? Do you have a flashlight for when the power goes out? Do you have candles? Do you have a lithium powered lantern that's rechargeable? Do you have a an oil lamp? What do you do for light if the power goes out? Think about that. What are you going to do? Do you have spare batteries? Yeah, I am. I am patching up holes in my preps. I'm also planning on putting in a more powerful. I'm getting lithium. Lithium batteries. I'm getting some new lithium batteries, the 100 amp hours. I'm planning on putting 3 of those in. Those I can get for about $350 a piece. It's going to be about $1,000, but I'm planning on putting 3 of those in. You know, wire them into my current panels I have. I have 8 panels on my patio roof, and I'm going to wire them in. I'm going to be replacing the battery bank that I have that I was a replacement from a couple of years ago, and that should give me right at 4,000 watts. That should be right under 4, right in the very close to 4 kilowatts. Uh, 10 in the house, 43 likes. So I will be back tomorrow with another. I'm live streaming right now at 7 p.m. That's Central Standard Time in Texas. It'd be 8 p.m. out on the West Coast. It'd be 6 p.m. on the no, it's 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. And if you are over across the ocean in the Philippines, Taiwan, Japan, we're 13 hours behind right here. So it would be 8 o'clock in the morning where you're at if you're overseas. 12 in the house. I was a scout for a couple of years. I remember working on my badges, my patches, all that sort of stuff. I used to love to do the leather working. I loved camping. I loved all that stuff. I loved hunting and fishing. My father taught me how to hunt and fish and how to camp out and basically set up a tent, how to make a fire. Cake House VPZ, thank you for being here, Cake House. It's good that you have an emergency light. If you are not connected to Cake House VPZ, I encourage you to reach out and connect. Connect. Levin in the house, 44 likes. Make a list. You know, when you go out shopping, let's say you want to cook a meal. Will you make a list of what you need, what ingredients you need to cook that meal? And maybe you have some of it, and some of it you don't have. So you got to go out and you take your list. You got a shopping list. You take it. You go to the grocery store and you buy what you need to prepare that meal. Well, it's the same thing with prepping. You make a list and you start shopping for those items that you need for prepping. Shop for things that you need. Things that you don't have. Okay, let's say the water turns off. And let's say that the sewer's not working. So if you keep using your toilet, it's going to back up on you because there's no flow, no pressure, nothing to suck it all out. What do? Well, you have a 5-gallon bucket, you have 13-gallon trash bags, and you have a toilet seat. That toilet seat's going to go on that 5-gallon bucket after you put 2 of the 13-gallon bags in it. You can get one of these 5-gallon bucket toilet seats. This toilet seat's for about $20. I think maybe $22. $22. Do you have plenty of white rice? And do you have plenty of beans? Do you have pinto beans? You can go over to Sam's or Costco. A bag, 50-pound bag of white rice. It's probably going to run you, I don't know if it's went up. I got it for under $30 for a 50-pound bag. A 50-pound bag of pinto beans was about $38 last time I checked. Why do you want to have large quantities? Well, if you use it and it keeps, have it on hand. That way, in an emergency, you've got something to eat. I encourage y'all to connect to the channels that are in here. They're very good channels. I am connected with all the channels that are here. Yeah, we use an electric can opener, but it's good to have a manual. That should be on your list, to have a couple of manual can openers. Have spares. What happens if something breaks? Tractor Supply buckets are food safe. I had bought my food. I bought my food grade buckets over at Walmart, and I bought lids there. Matter of fact, I got spare buckets and lids that I haven't used. Whenever you get a 5-gallon bucket, let's say you buy 50 pounds of pinto beans, you can put about 25 pounds worth in a Mylar bag in one of those 5-gallon buckets. So I would have the Mylar bags. I would fill the Mylar bag, and then I would put in a couple of oxygen absorbers. I'd put in a couple of moisture absorbers. Then I would seal the Mylar, and then I would go ahead and seal the bucket. And then I would use a Sharpie or permanent marker, and I would indicate what's inside, and I would put the date on it. And then I would store it someplace where it does not get real hot. So like putting it in the closet, putting it in a spare room that you have, basically a good place to put it. I've got tons of that stuff stored, different types of beans and different types of food items and such. It's always a good idea to store. I've got lots of freeze-dried food. I encourage you, if you can get freeze-dried foods. Freeze-dried foods are good. The only thing you need to be able to do with freeze-dried foods is you have to be able to rehydrate it with boiling water. You have to have a way to boil water. I seal everything up in Mylar inside of Tractor Supply buckets because they are cheap, food safe. Yeah, I've been getting my buckets for like $5 or less. I don't know what they are now because I've got a bunch of spares, but I mean, food safe options. They work for dog food as well. Don't forget that your pets need to eat too. Yes, it's always good to buy. You got to buy chicken feed. You got chickens. You got to buy dog food. Always a good idea. You got to have spare extra stuff. Yes, it's a good idea to have several manual can openers. Manual can openers, yes indeedy. It's a good idea to have disposable plates, disposable cups, disposable takeout packs, knife, fork, napkin, salt and pepper. What happens if the water's not running? Do you want to be using a lot of your water to basically clean dishes and clean stuff? It takes a lot of water. What are you going to do to take a bath or a shower? The water's off. Can you afford 3 gallons or 5 gallons of water to take a shower? And if you can, how are you going to do it? Do you have a portable shower? You can get a portable shower for $20, $22. It'll hold 5 gallons of water. You basically have to tie it up, suspend it someplace. Remember, 5 gallons of water is about 40 pounds. You've got to have something that can hold 40 pounds. And it'll have a nozzle. It'll have a little, it'll have a it'll have a means to open it up, pour it in. You turn it on with a sprayer, with a cord to it. A little water line runs through it, all that plastic tubing. And then you wet yourself down, use whatever you're using for soap, and then wet yourself to get it off of you, and then dry yourself off. General purpose cleaners, I went through more than I realized during COVID. Had 3 gallons on hand, and it wasn't enough because there wasn't any to buy in the stores. Yes, that's true. Definitely true. You've got to plan. You've got to plan. You know, one thing about the military, when you've got soldiers out in the field that are fighting, for every soldier out in the field that's fighting, there's probably 10 soldiers behind the line in the supply chain to keep that person able to fight, to make sure that they have all they need so that they can be fighting. Am I right about that, Wayne? Yes, Bus Stop, I appreciate you mentioning that. Because of all the disruptions over in Ukraine in the food exports, and they're basically trying to disrupt the Russians trying to export oil and gas. So the Russians are trying to disrupt their exporting foodstuffs, raw foods. India has been a big purchaser of grains and foodstuffs from Ukraine, and because they're concerned and afraid, and they got 1.5 billion people to feed, they've been a very big exporter of rice and sugar, white rice and sugar. And they have announced that at this point they're not going to be exporting rice and sugar. They're going to stop those exports. Well, India has traditionally, in today's market, they export 40% of the exported rice on the world market that's exported. 40% of the exported rice comes from India. So if they stop doing that, what do you think that's going to do to the supply? What do you think that's going to do to the price? Now, mind you, we grow rice here in Texas. We grow a lot of stuff here in Texas. We grow rice. But there are places around the world, including us, that get some of that rice. We get that rice, and it keeps the price down. You got to think about that. They are constantly spending money, and in my opinion, wasting money on stuff. They experiment. They'll spend billions of dollars on experiments. Look at the Ukraine-Russian war, for example. They both don't have a very good supply and support chains. They're starving and dying in the fields in numbers that we haven't seen since World War II. That's true. And the idiots keep fighting. They keep fighting. Russia threatens to use nukes on us if we intervene. The only thing the Russians can do, it's like, I'm going to point a gun at your head, and you got a gun pointed at my head, and at some point one of us might pull the trigger, and the way it'll work is we'll both die. So Russia threatens to basically commit suicide because we would basically nuke them back into the Stone Age too, if we intervene, because they couldn't fight us. They can't fight Europe. If Poland decided to jump on them, Russia couldn't fight Poland, but they got nukes from the Soviet Union, and probably a lot of them would work. So that idiot Putin, who's already an old man, what does he care? He'd probably be in a bunker. He's crazy enough that he'd do it, in my opinion. Manjari Food and Fashion, hello. You've already been in here tonight, haven't you? Yes, you have. Hello. So, Russian stuff typically works because they build it simple and effective. Well, a lot of times it does. Their submarines tend to sink, though, without any help from us. I've heard that most of their stuff is it's generic. It's generally it's like a boilerplate, but a lot of it's junk. You're not necessarily talking high tech. But it's heavy duty, so it works. Like they were using the AK-47, which is basically a knockoff of the German. The Germans came out with a assault rifle, and the Russians basically did a takeoff for that. They came out with it right at the very end of the war, and they didn't have very many of those in the field. They were an excellent weapon, and but the Russians used the 7.62 for over 50 years, and it's a good, solid weapon. Yeah, they do have modern equipment. They just don't have as much of it. Also, I think that their newest stuff, they've been trying to hold back. I think a lot of the newest stuff that they have, they try to hold back. They've got supposedly a 5th-generation fighter, a few of them. They basically have a bunch of working prototypes that they're basically using. They're using the war. They were using Syria. Now they're starting to put them in the field in Ukraine, testing them out. They're basically, working prototypes. They've got a few of those. They can't mass produce it. They don't have the money to mass produce it. They don't have the support to mass produce it. The other thing is, when we fought them in Syria in 2015, they have modern AKs, 100 series, nods, targeting systems, etc. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And then oftentimes, you put the best stuff that you have forward, or you test your new stuff. I'm sure. They're coming out with what they call the S500. They were a lot of they export these S300s, and I think they've exported some of their S400 anti-air systems and such. I think they've got like an S500 now series that they're trying to they're trying to produce. They're trying to put out. Their manufacturing capacity. They do not have the manufacturing capacity. Back during the days of the Soviet Union, a lot of the stuff that they manufactured came out of Ukraine. Ukraine built their aircraft carriers. A lot of their big heavy stuff came from Ukraine. And they're not doing it for them anymore. There's a limit on what they can actually do themselves. Vay's Place. Thank you for being here, Vay. Um, and you know, Wayne, you know more about this than I do. Maybe some of the stuff that I'm saying is not necessarily true, as you say. I tend to repeat things that I read or that I hear mentioned, you know, and such. My knowledge of military things is very limited. And thank you for your service. Ungrateful peasant, thank you for your service. Please take blue back by. Thank you for being here, Manjari. The channels that are here tonight, I will be posting you on my community wall. I will give you shout outs. If you go and look on my community wall today, a lot of the channels that are here this evening, I linked. I always put a reminder of when my next live stream will be. My next live stream will be tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. If you're over in the Philippines or Taiwan or Japan, that would be like 8 o'clock in the morning your time. Thank you for being here, Miss Cornbread. Appreciate you. $12 in the house. I tell you what, I wish I lived close to you, Wayne, because I would probably be one of your customers. I'm looking for a good gunsmith and somebody that I can purchase from. Most of the stuff that I purchase at Walmart. I purchase at some of the general sporting goods stores, and it'd be nice if I could get somebody to order stuff for me on the QT. I really would like to have a 5.56 build and probably like an AR-10 platform as well, the 308. You went online. Yeah, but here's the thing, from what I understand. You basically can't ship something directly to me. You've got to ship it to another dealer someplace, and they touch it, they go through it, you know, and they record it and all this bullshit. Excuse my language. So it's like, and then I've got to pay them for you to send it to them, don't I? Yeah. One of these days, Wayne, we probably need to talk. If you would leave me your phone number, if you'd email me your phone number, one of these days I'll send you a text message and maybe we can talk. I would appreciate that. Yeah, their fishing rods are typically junk. You know, they are. I buy cheap stuff at Walmart. I've bought cheap stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff that I bought at Walmart, and it's fine. I'm not out trying to catch a whale. You know, if I catch a 4 or 5 pound catfish or a 4 or 5 pound bass, that's fine with me. I mean, I'm not out looking for a whale. I'm just basically, you know, fishing to have fun. You can get some good deals on rifles and shotguns at Walmart. Academy, I bought pistols at Academy. Walmart doesn't sell pistols now, but I bought pistols, revolvers at Academy. What they can get you is very limited. You know, what they can get you is very limited in some of the things that you know you want. I'd like to get a couple of new 22 caliber semi-automatics for practicing. You know, and Smith & Wesson makes a nice stainless 8-shot 22 long rifle revolver, like with a 3 or 4 inch barrel. I don't want to pay $600 for one of those. I mean, that's outrageous. Even though it'd last you forever, I just can't see, spending that kind of money for that. Yeah, getting an upper and getting a lower separately, and then putting it together. Yeah, I've heard of that. Bus stop, I don't know. Manjari seemed to say, "Take back my blue wrench." I don't know if she got offended by somebody or something offended her, but she may not want to be, with us anymore. Have no idea. It might have been all the gun talk. Yeah, there are people who are very anti-guns. One of the things that I've noticed, in the United States, half the population's quite well armed, probably. 150 million people or so are, more than 150 million people own firearms, multiple firearms, quite well armed. Wheat and Shaw. Wheat, thank you for coming. And in a lot of countries, a lot of the UK countries, like the UK, they don't want you to own a gun anymore. You have to be very rich. You have to jump through all sorts of hoops to prove that you have a reason to own a gun. Canada, they passed laws now. The socialists up in Canada, they don't want you to own guns. They don't want new people. I mean, they've grandfathered a lot of guns. A lot of times what will happen is they grandfather them. But, over in Australia, New Zealand, the UK countries, they're trying to disarm their population. Why would they want to disarm their population? I mean, the left here wants to disarm the population. It's the criminals are the ones that are using the guns. It's not the law-abiding citizens. The law-abiding citizens basically have guns to defend themselves. That's what the Constitution's about. That's true. Guns don't kill, people kill. I have no idea. Something from Brazil. I think this is Hola, boa noite. I think I'm looking at some bus stop. I think he was trying to communicate in Portuguese. I don't know that he said anything inappropriate. I don't know that he said anything inappropriate. 12 in the house. So, just wanted to let everybody know that I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Monday night for another coffee talk. We are talking about being prepared, preparedness. And let you know, I went and I did my list, and I've got 42 channels that are qualified for my 1,300 subscriber giveaway. I'm in the process of putting it together. I do not have it together yet, so I'm probably not going to premiere it Tuesday night. It may be next weekend before I premiere it. I've started working again, so I don't have the time during the daytime to do it because I'm at work. Yeah, I think that's the case. Uh, I have a right to be here. No subscribers, no videos. You live in Canada? So I tell you, when I get a chance, yes, I've had a few of those. They say I've made it now that I have trolls. So, I appreciate everybody being here. I will be putting posts on my community wall to your channel. I will also post when my next live stream, in case I don't get to do post tomorrow, because I'm going live at 7 and I work probably till after 4 o'clock. I'll be getting off about 4 tomorrow. I may not be able to get all my posts up, but I will be back tomorrow at 7. I appreciate you being here. I support those who support me. I will be giving views, and I will be leaving comments of support, and I will be joining channels that join me. We grow best together. Remember, the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. Always be prepared. Oh, they're curse words? Okay. Well, I know a lot of curse words in Spanish. Portuguese is a little bit off from Spanish. Always be prepared. Everybody be prepared. Oh, I hope you find a good job. Wheat. Always be prepared. Everybody have a blessed day. Life is good. At this point in time, 8 in the house, 45 likes. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. Everybody have a good evening, and I will be back with you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That would be 8 o'clock in the morning if you are over in the Philippines or Taiwan.